The rodeo has always been there. I was just kind of grown into it. It's just what we all did. That's what we like to do, and nothing at a professional level though. As far as going out here and doing what kind of I'm doing now, it was just kind of all around the house. But my mom was a rodeo queen at one time. My dad, he ropes, still ropes today. Ropes really good. So it was. I was growing up in that just good small time living. Family, outdoors, living off the land. It was peaceful. And then another thing is that I grew up being a Navajo, Native American, and Indian. We grew up with the traditional values. We practiced that way of life, and still to this day, that's how we did ceremonies, and we had our own way of prayer and our own teachings, and grew up grew up in that, and still to this day we practice all that. So that's a little bit about how kind of I was raised.
Living life, living right. If you wanna ride with me, you better hold on tight. Alright. The forecast is calling for wild rides. The forecast is calling for the wild rides.
I get that question asked a lot. When did you start roping? I don't know the answer to that question because it was just always there. It was always around. So there was no exact time frame when I picked it up and started learning how to rope. It was just always around. It was always there. So I roped, just growing up with the rope in my hand, and I roped. Went to the dummy ropings, went to the goat ropings, went to the junior highs. Got to high school, and they had a program or a high school rodeo, and I didn't know about it, but at the time, like, high school rodeo. So I remember filling out my application one day for a high school rodeo membership in Arizona. Filled that out, sent it in, got my membership, and I got to rope with a good partner. His name was Dexter Donald Jr. He heeled really good. So he asked me to rope, and I was like, yeah, I want to do it. We went to one rodeo. The very first rodeo was in Phoenix, Arizona. They had usually two rounds. First round, we win the first round. We win like $27 or something. It was, at the time, and money didn't matter, but it was only $27. The next day we did good again, won a little bit more. And then like 2 weeks later, I went to the next high school rodeo. Same partner, but this is where I messed up. I went to a jackpot team roping that morning, hoping I could make it to the rodeo that afternoon. So I went to the jackpot, was roping there, and I was trying to get to the rodeo, and I got turned out. So I turned out my high school partner, and he wasn't very happy. And after that, he didn't want to rope me no more. So I went to 2 high school rodeos in my whole life, and that was it. Did good in one, the other one I got turned out. My partner quit me, and that was my high school rodeo career, and didn't go back. When I was in high school, I remember roping a lot, but I wouldn't really call it practice. It seems like when I was doing it back in that time, I was more just roping because I loved it, enjoyed it, like it was just doing it. But there was really no one there to say like, hey, do it like this, or set me aside and your elbows 2 degrees too high or too low, or your angle is. There was really no one there to tell me about all that stuff. I was more just roping just to rope. Like, was I learning something? Yeah, probably, but I didn't know at the time, because you just keep roping and roping because you love it. I guess what I'm saying is, if I had to redo it again, I'd do it the same way, just because it seems like the more I start roping, it started to come natural. I think that's the best way to learn anything, is to try to let it come natural. And the only way I think it comes natural is if you love it. If you love doing it, and then you start doing it, then you just really don't know you're doing it, and then you just start to become natural of it. It's just kind of something you do. And so when I was growing up, we really didn't call that practice. But now, practice is it's like a job now. Like they say, it turns into a job. It is. I mean, you gotta set time for it. You gotta gather the steers. You gotta bring them up. You gotta work the arena, catch your horse. Like, it's a lot of work now. But remember, as a kid, I don't remember anything about it being any kind of work. It was just, it was fun. I'm pretty picky about the rope I use. What's funny is, you can get about, say we're competing at a rodeo tonight, you can get about, I don't know, 2 ropes, 4 ropes, or 6 ropes, or whatever, lay them all out and kind of swing through them and see which one you want. What's crazy about it is, there's always one that's maybe a little bit better than the other or whatever, and then there's always one that's not that good. But you always, obviously, you pick the best one that feels the best, because that's the one you want to use, and that's what feels good. But when you're at home, you can grab anything, and then you can still do good. So a lot of times, I've kind of, since I've kind of known that, I kind of grew up a little bit thinking, you know what, if I can use these other ropes at home and do the same thing, I don't try to, I guess what I'm saying is, I don't try to put too much on the rope, like where it's just so picky about it. But yeah, I like my style. I like the way they feel. I have a certain kind. But yeah, everybody does. Everybody has one. But like I said, it's funny when you go home, you can pick up anything, an old rope, a hard rope, a stiff rope, or a soft one, or whatever, and you can still do what you want to do with it. So, but there's a certain kind I like.
Hey everybody, Joe Beaver here. We're promoting Hart Trailers. We're talking about the product. Let's just get into it. From the first weld to the last inspection, we as Hart have done all we can do to guarantee you've got the best trailer your money can buy. They pull good. I don't have any trouble with them. They are user friendly. I want you to know that if you have a doubt one, don't buy it, because there's somebody else that's gonna buy it right behind you.
We're more than a store. We're more than a brand. We are the lifestyle. We are all things Western. NRS.
Keith Maddox was a huge inspiration in my life. He was probably the most positive person that I ever met. When we were ever faced with a challenge and anything, he would say, "Don't worry about it, ain't nothing but a thing." We're wanting to keep his memory and his legacy alive, so that's what that stands for, Positive Times. We choose to look at everything that we do through a positive lens, not a negative lens.
I grew up on the reservation. I went out and done some things, whatever, through this rodeo lifestyle, and kind of made a name for myself, and it worked out for me. And then go home, and then other people from my reservation feeling jealous of who I am now or what I've done and stuff like that. It's easy for that to happen, especially if I don't conduct myself right. if I go off and do something good and then come back and act like I'm better than everybody else, yes, then yeah, maybe they might have a reason to feel that way, to me, feel jealous. But if I go do something good, come back and be a part of it, then I really don't have a reason for them to feel jealous of me. But there are people that also just feel jealous no matter what you do. That's just not on the reservation, that's anywhere. That's just part of life for some reason. It's just when you do something good, there's other people that want to pull you down, say bad stuff about you. It's just, I think that's just part of life. Which, I mean, no one's ever come up to me and say, hey, you're too good for us. Why are you acting like that? No one's ever said it to me, ever. But other people tell me, hey, that other guy over there said you're too good for us, and walk by us, and like, okay. Well, actually, you know what? The only time I ever hear it is when I go to like a bar. See, I'm 41 years old now, and I never drank ever in my whole life, not a sip. So I don't drink. But you go to these bars, especially the ones that are closest to the reservations, people are in there having a good time. Some of these Native Americans might maybe have a little bit more to drink than they need, and then they'll come up to me and like, hey, you want a beer? And then like, no thanks, I'm good. Like just trying to like cut it off and ignore the fact they want to buy me beer, which people buy you a beer, that's supposed to kind of mean something, I guess. Like, hey, I'm offering you beer, like, and then you say no thank you, and they're like, come on, let me buy you a beer. Like, no, I'm good. And then that's when they want to shift and like, you know what, you're too good for me, huh? You don't even want me to buy you a beer. And then my buddies kind of step in. They're like, hey man, he doesn't drink. And then there's, I think, 3 cases we got 3 fights before my whole life, because somebody drunk comes up to me wanting to buy me a beer, and I don't accept it. And then it turns around thinking I'm too good for them. And then we all been in a bar where things happen, people get involved, and other buddies step in, and so yeah, I guess that is. But I think that's anywhere in life. Anytime you feel jealous about somebody, I mean, I'll admit, I mean, I've noticed myself feeling jealous sometimes for like competing against these other guys. Yeah, they got more money than I got one. They got better horses than I do. They're just doing better. Sometimes you get to naturally feeling jealous about them sometimes. But I'll tell you one thing about jealousy, it's bad medicine. Because there's sometimes I let it get to me, like, you know what? Being jealous of somebody hurts myself way more than it's gonna hurt him. Because, say that guy over there, if I'm jealous of him, he has no idea I'm jealous of him. So he has no harm, no foul. He's living a healthy life. That's one thing about jealousy is, if somebody wants to be jealous of me, that's fine. They can. It's actually on them, not myself, because I'm over here minding my own business and whatever. Like when somebody wants to say something about me, like, okay, yeah, go ahead, but I'm not gonna. That's your problem. But no, it's jealousy's bad medicine, and anybody, I don't care who you are, you'll come across that one time, being jealous of somebody else. But you have to like stop. You know what? That does more harm to myself than them. So then I rode with Clay O'Brien Cooper. He's 7-time world champion team roper, one of the greatest all time. Really good guy. And I asked him about it one time. I said, you ever feel jealous about some people? He said, yeah. He said, earlier in my career and stuff, just it's part about being competitive. Sometimes you don't do good and the other people are doing good and you want to kind of be jealous to them. And I said, how'd you deal with that? He said, man, I would just pray for them. Like, you know what, I would feel jealous of them, but I would turn it around and I would actually like pray for them. And he told me that one time. I said, you know what, that's a good way to look at it. So I don't try to be jealous of no one, because it hurts me more than anything else. So it's bad medicine.
Who says time travel isn't possible? That you can't go back 400 years in a single afternoon to a place where free spirits still run free, where things made by hand make memories, where a getaway feels like you're getting a world away. There are so many things that make this city different, and so much more waiting to be uncovered.
Hi, my name's Donna Kay Rule. I've been barrel racing closer to 50 years than 40, for sure. Hart has been in business since 1968, and they have never been known to shortcut anything. There's well thought out things, the head bumper where they back out, sometimes horses will throw their head up, comes with every trailer. You know, those kinds of specifics make a difference. So you should definitely go check out Hart Trailers. It's sure worth a look.
At Redemption Mill, we are your source for quality lumber, creating new ways to utilize timber and give harvested wood life and purpose. Owned and operated in Hotchkiss, Colorado, we are committed to the sustainability of our natural resources and have a passion for our local history and our community. With our dedication to quality, you can rest assured that your lumber is ethically sourced. Call us at 970-872-2660 or visit our website at redemptionmill.us.
There's a lot to it. There's just not one want to be under a certain time, or there's not just I want to win some certain event, or there's just not a dollar amount that I set for myself. It all starts with, it comes from this is what I want to do at a very young age. This is all I wanted to do. So it all kind of starts from there, and then it just starts. Just starts building and building and building, and then I guess the word for it is there's that addiction there that comes into when you want to do better, you want to do your job, you want to do the best you can, and then you start to figure out you can do better, and then the bar starts to kind of go up a little bit more, and then you win a rodeo, or you win a certain amount of money, or you win something, or whether it's you impress fellow contestants, or you impress somebody, and it's just, I think that's how the human body works, or the nature. You just kind of want to just keep doing better. So there's a lot that goes into that certain moment, and a lot of it comes from the atmosphere, the people, the crowd, the way things are, the outdoors. There's so much that goes into it. And then you just want to do your job. I've made a lot of team roping runs in my lifetime. Have I made the perfect one? Maybe not. But have I gotten close? Yes, a few times. So I know what it feels like. And then there's that part of, you know what, I want to do good. I want to go over there. I want to see if I can do it. So there's the challenge part of it, to see if I can do it. And then if it goes good, there's the part where you get that winning feeling of, man, that felt good. My horse felt good. I got a great start at the barrier. I drew a good steer. Big rodeo. Just when you grow up, you think about these scenarios that you play in your mind while you're growing up, whether it's at the national finals, that's the highest level, whether it's at Rodeo Houston, that's the largest rodeo we go through all year. All those moments growing up as a child, you work to them, and then you actually get to the rodeo and say, hey, there's a chance of my childhood dream to come true here. And those moments start to play, and then you start thinking about it, and then there's so much that goes into it. I mean, and then you got family there cheering you on. They want you to do good. They probably want you to do better than more I want myself to do better. They're there, and you want to do good in front of them. You don't want to let them down because they drive a long ways, sit in stands. There's so much that goes into little scenarios of it. It's just not oh, it's all about me. Oh, I want that money. And then you think about all these little things, people that help you get to that rodeo that you just barely made it on time. If it wasn't for their help, you wouldn't have made it, or stuff like that. It's just all those things you think about growing up as a kid and you want to be a part of, you want to come true. Some of them have, and that's the addiction part of it, of hey, it's possible. Some of the stuff I thought as a kid come true. Just won Rodeo Houston this past winter. It was my childhood friend. Just had to make a clean run to win it. And those scenarios, growing up playing as a kid, and they happen. Could I have gone the other way? Yeah, I could have, but it didn't. So now I know, hey, that feeling is what I like. I accomplish what I've been thinking about, what I've been on, and then even if it didn't, I'm still gonna be fine. So it's just there's a lot goes into the moment for me anyway. I just don't drive away from these rodeos thinking, hey man, I'm good, I'm bad, I did it, I win this rodeo. I always try to think about all the little stuff that went into it, whether I was doing something yesterday or last winter or whatever, or last year or 5 years ago I come to this rodeo and did this and that. So there's a lot that goes into it, for me anyway. It's just not, there's a story behind it. Like, been rodeoing for a long time now, and we're right in the middle of the summer, right in the middle of the rodeo season, and thinking on moving on forward. I still have the thought of, am I good enough? Is my horse good enough? Are we going to win? All that questions are still in my head of thinking how the future is going to be. But then you look back like, you know what? We're number one in the world. How? Why? I mean, because we won Houston? I mean, all this, and you're like, I have no idea how that was going to happen, or didn't imagine that. So when you look back at the things you done did, and then you're like, you know what? Yeah, I knew what I was doing, but really I didn't. My whole family, they're all for me. But if I quit winning, they still all be for me. If I just quit rodeoing, they would be fine with it. I remember one time when I first wanted to kind of slow down, I had quite a bit of money won. And I was on the fence of, do I go home or do I keep staying out here? I was on the fence, and I was having a better year than I was letting myself think. I mean, it wasn't bad at all, but I've been rodeoing for a long time, and I was kind of wanting to go home. And my mom, she said, probably jokingly, but it's still to this day, I don't know. She said, son, I want to go to Vegas. I mean, we've already been there a few times already, and they love Las Vegas. I mean, it's like a vacation for them. They get there early, leave late. Like, they love every bit of it. And we've already been there a few times, so we already experienced everything. And then she's like, and I was on the fence of go home or finish the year out. And then she said, son, I want to go to Vegas. I'm like, and still to this day, I don't know if she was just playing with me jokingly or just saying it or what, or if she was serious about it. But I said, what if she's serious? I better keep going. Anyway, luckily enough, it worked out. Had a better half of the year. Finished the year, I made it Las Vegas, and I was like, well, there you go, Mom. When you're younger, it's just something you want to do, and then you get to a certain age, and then you start to feel like, is this what I'm supposed to do? I mean, the last 7 years, I've been not wanting to rodeo. I've been wanting to stay home, but like you talked about God, every day I look for signs of something to happen where I'm not supposed to rodeo, but I can't find any yet. So I'm still out here. I'm actually trying to look for some, but so nothing's yet. Well, I mean, they keep letting me win just enough every time for me to keep staying out here. So I'm at the end of my rodeo career, and I've been looking for signs of trying to get out, and he hasn't gave me one yet. So we'll just keep riding, see what happens.